On this Labor Day episode of the Midlife Pilot, I'll head out to solo a few laps in the pattern in the airplane I've been training in, this beautiful 1966 Cessna 172G model. Then later, we'll land runway 5 at Fairmont and its interesting approach path.
Transformation Papa 1053 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 21, dew point 19er, altimeter 3030, visual approach runway 21 in use. Nose to airman, runway 21 Pappy out of service, tower light out of service, 5.8 nautical miles east southeast Clarksburg Airport, 403 feet AGL. Hazardous weather information for West Virginia and surrounding states available on high watts or flight service frequencies. Advise initial contact, you have Papa. Return information Papa 1053 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10.
And Clarksburg ground, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, student pilot. We're at V1, ready to taxi with Papa for closed traffic.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Clarksburg ground, runway 21, taxi Alpha.
Runway 21 via Alpha 3852 Lima. Alright, so we're back. We are back at Clarksburg for a little bit of solo time here at CKB. Decided to come down here, just get a few more landings on a little longer field, and then on the way back, when we get to Fairmont, winds permitting, we're going to attempt to land runway 5, which is something we haven't done at Fairmont yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to that for the first time. Just got into Clarksburg, real happy with my first landing, probably my best yet. So I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna stay in the pattern here at Clarksburg and try to knock out just a few more landings. In fact, I'm gonna use my. I will use the other ones. Keep counts of landings for today. There's one. When we get down here, I am going to real quick do a run up again just to make sure that everything looks kosher. So I'm going to try to get about half hour to 45 minutes of solo time in here today. Just get a few landings, a few trips around the pattern. I'm gonna get back over here just out of the way so I just want to real quick check the mags one more time and make sure we didn't get anything fouled up here on the ground while we waited. So I'm gonna pull over in case anybody else comes along. I don't think there's anybody else out here this morning, but just in case. Leave some room for them. Looks good for a quick run up. Left is still good. Back to both. Right is still good. Back to both. Alright. Parking brake coming off. Let's go ahead and give tower a call. Clarksburg Tower, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, holding short runway 21, are ready for departure, close traffic.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Clarksburg Tower, runway 21, clear for takeoff, make left, close traffic.
Clear for takeoff, runway 21, and we'll make left, close traffic for 3852 Lima.
Runway 21. Entered runway 21, 7,700 feet remaining.
approach end is clear. Runway looks clear to me. Heels to the floor. And full power. Right rudder. Airspeed's alive, 40, 50, there's 60, here's a rotation. And we're off. Climb out at about 80. Engine looks good. Alright, we're going to start our crosswind turn here. I'll roll that out about here, little rudder. There is pattern altitude. We'll go ahead and nose over a bit, reduce the power to about 2,300 RPM or so. Bring the nose down a little. Okay, let's go ahead and start our
yeah. 52 Lima, runway 21, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 21, 52 Lima. I'm about 100 feet over pattern altitude, so I'm going to go ahead and get down. I'm going to go ahead and brake carb heat engine just to crack, because I just don't, I'm getting a little close to the yellow there. I don't want to mess with it. We've already been cleared for the option. Our spacing looks real good. Alright, let's go ahead and start configuring. We'll bring carb heat the rest of the way in. We'll bring the power back to about 1800 or so. Get off a little airspeed and bring in the first notch of flaps and get the descent coming. Alright. Here in just a second we're going to turn base. I'm going to turn base right about now. Step on the rudder. More rudder. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and bring in the next notch of flaps. Should be down to about 20 degrees. with the descent coming. We're a touch high. Final approach is clear. Looking at our runway. Let's start our final turn here. Looking pretty good.
One mile final runway 21.
Next notch flaps, get the nose over. Bring out a little power, we're a little high. Looking good. Go ahead and start reducing the power all the way out. Start pulling back. No problem, no problem. Flaps coming up first. Flaps are up. Carb heat coming in. Flaps are up and equal and full power. Right rudder. And rotate. Alright, so didn't get power out in time again. Which is becoming a theme of mine. Led to that little float, which we will address this time around. Okay, engine instruments look good. Maintaining runway heading. Climbing out of VY. We'll get it this time. Got to get that power out of there is all. I'm going to extend my departure leg here just a teeny little bit this time. But with this climb performance, it was a little bit short for me on downwind, so I'm going to actually go to 2,000 feet, another 100 feet of a climb before I start my crosswind turn this time. Alright, now I'm going to start my crosswind turn. A little bit to the left, not too much rudder. Alright, we'll roll out about here. Yeah, nice. That climb coming just a teeny little bit more. And we'll go ahead and start bringing the power back. Leveling off here at 2,200 pattern altitude. We'll go ahead and start our downwind. 20-degree bank turn.
Sky 52 Lima, runway 21, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 21, 52 Lima. We're a little bit far, truthfully, this time. Just a skosh. I'm going to creep in just a little teeny bit, a little bit more nose down trim. There we go. This airplane is really nice. One additional safety measure for carb ice, it has a carb temperature gauge with a yellow zone, which is really the warning zone when you get into that range. And so, you know, we use a rule of thumb of 2100 RPM or below with carb heat, but also keeping an eye on that. When we get close on that carb temp gauge, I like to put it anyway. All right, let's configure the airplane here. Carb heat is coming in, power is coming back to about 1800, and we'll keep the nose up to breathe off a little speed and bring in our first notch of flaps and start our descent. Plane's going to want to descend now. It is good speed, 90 miles an hour. Good descent. 300 to 400 feet per minute. It'll touch a nose up. All right, let's go ahead and start our base turn here in just a second. Let's do it now. Keep the nose over and stay coordinated. These low, slow turns. Gotta stay coordinated. Okay, we're at touch low. Bring the nose up just a skosh. Next notch of flaps. Coming in. Approach end is clear. Keep the nose over. 85 miles an hour, perfect. Alright, let's turn final here. Keep the nose over. Keep an eye on the runway and don't chase this turn. That was about perfect, actually. Nothing to chase there. Jay's egg timer going off in the back. Always too much of that. Fine, fine, fine. Fine. Get back over on center line. And then apply power. Right rudder. Power right rudder. Full power right rudder. Flaps are up. Right rudder. Rotate 60 knots. Better. Better. I think I'll do, let's see, I had 1, 2, that was my third at least. You can tell it's starting to heat up. We've got some more, little more thermal action there on final. Alright, let's go ahead and start our crosswind here. Roll out right about here. Level the wings, pattern altitude. Oh, nailed that. Alright, let's go ahead and start our downwind. Just a 20-degree turn or so. Climbing just a little. Again, managed to put ourselves just a little bit far. We're going to creep in. We're also about 100 feet above TPA, so...
Scott, 52 Lima, runway 21, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 21, 52 Lima. There, let's get over now. We've got to get down just a skosh here. What will happen is we'll start our landing configuration here 100 feet high, which just throws, you know, the extra 100 feet we got to get out of the way at some point. All right, let's start configuring. Bring in carb heat, reduce the power. First notch of flaps in. And get the nose over. Pretty good, pretty good. Right about there. Go ahead and start our base turn now. Coordinated turn, just under 30 degrees. Keep the nose down. Roll out. Clear and final approach, looks clear. Next notch of flaps coming in. Equal flaps, keep the nose over. All right, let's start our final turn, keep that nose down.
One mile final runway 21.
Oh yeah, little bit off center landing, one wheel, but very nice rate of touchdown, like in terms of deceleration. Like, we're gonna call that good. I want to make sure to get Tyler to where he's got to go with his family today. I feel really good about where I was with those landings.
And Skyhawk 52 Lima, same intentions.
And 52 Lima, we're going to get off here at Delta and head to V1.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, turn right at Delta, taxi to the ramp via Alpha.
Ramp via Alpha. I'll exit here at Delta for 3852 Lima.
After stopping at the FBO to pick up my instructor, Tyler, we get ready and head back to Fairmont, a short 8 miles to the north, to put away the airplane. With calm winds today, it was the perfect opportunity to land runway 5 at Fairmont, short already at under 3,000 feet, but also with a 720-foot displaced threshold.
Now see, effectively you cut off a quarter of the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep it at idle with the third notch flaps. Alright, power all the way back.
Back.
Fairmont traffic 352 Lima, final 5. Alright, full. Yep, keep it all the way back. Come down toward the arrows here. It's going to feel kind of wonky.
Oh,
Just don't touch down.
Yeah, we're
now
a little
start
slow.
pulling.
We're 70.
You're good. Plenty of flyable airspeed. Yep, start pitching. Then on the brakes. Let's see if we can put our taxiway up here.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please help support this channel by subscribing below, give us a like, and share with friends who might be interested.